Yo, what is up, guys? This is RizzyPOW, and we are here with round 2 of the MPL playoffs for season 1. Last week, we had round 1. We went to get up against Mr. Tombre and the Miami Dolphins, and we were able to knock them out in a timer stall. Unfortunately, that was a very long battle, and this week we're going to be going up against Atlanta Braviaries, and MoxieInfernape is the coach of that. I kind of reworded that, but we are the Phoenix and Flores, and we don't have the best matchup against Moxie. We played them a couple weeks ago, and we did 4-0 them. It was kind of a close match. There was a lot of 50-50 plays, but in the end, we were able to take home. The victory. And this time, Moxie, I feel, knows his mistakes. He knows what he did wrong. I feel like he's going to prepare a lot better for this match, or a lot differently for this match. I expect him to bring Braviary. I expect him to bring Cronant with a setup move, most likely Dragon Dance, and some other things as well. Braviary was very scary because last time he did not bring it, and my Intimidators kind of destroyed Cronant. But this week, I pretty much brought the same exact team I used up against him last time, except I changed a couple of stuff. Now, I completely got rid of Crocodile. Crocodile was not useful at all. I mean, it didn't do much at all last game, but I don't feel like it would do anything again this game. So I actually switched out with Anaconda, my freaking Superior, and Superior could actually potentially sweep his team. So that's why I did it. It's kind of backup, and I also changed Slowbro quite a bit. Actually, Alzheimer's is not with us anymore. He was not doing what he needed to do, so I got a new Mega Slowbro, guys. We got Ip's dad right here, and instead of the Grass Knot this week, I actually decided to carry Ice Beam for the Latios, Mega Latios, in case I need to hit that thing. And I have Superior now for Gastrodon, so I felt like I did not need that. That Grass Knot would be better if I just had an Ice Beam. If I predict to switch into that Latios, I can get an Ice Beam off or something like that. Plus, I don't really expect him to bring that Pokemon this time, Gastrodon. And another thing that I changed also was on Chansey. Instead, I decided to run Thunder Wave instead of Toxic this week. I felt that I could paralyze stuff like Cronant as well as Braviary and some other stuff. Another big thing that I wanted with this thing, I was really scared that he was going to bring Aromatisse, and I did not completely expect him to do it. And to be honest, Aromatisse gives this team troubles. I should have actually done a little bit in preparing for it, but it does give this team a little bit of troubles. Especially because he can be a cleric and stuff like that. And the last change I made was my Scrafty. I brought the same Scrafty, except instead of Poison Jab, I changed it to Fire Punch so I could hit the Ferrothorn harder. And it looks like, just by team preview, Superior does amazing. I just need a Scarfer. I need Scarfers, and if I find a Scarfer, I need to get rid of it, and then Superior pretty much sweeps. I can set up on Aromatisse or something like that. It does very well in this match. So let's begin. Alright, so we're going to be starting this match right here. Ross is actually going to be issuing a challenge, and that is actually because Moxie's on his brother's DS right here. So we're going to actually lead off with our Kaminari, the Zapdos, and he actually just leads off with this thing. So we're going to hard switch out into our Chansey. He's going to go for the Side Shock, do a little bit of damage. He's actually straight up going to go for the Heal Block. And that is actually kind of crazy that he carried the heal block. In my opinion, he should have gone for another Soft Shock and then went for the heal block so I wouldn't get the Soft Boil off, and he could have gotten more damage off on me, but it's alright. So I'm going to now switch out into Scrafty, and he actually predicts that. Goes in Braviary, but I'm going to get a switch out into my Mega Slowbro, and that's going to do quite a bit of damage. And now I'm gonna Mega Evolve right here. He's gonna get the U-turn off and do some chip damage to me, but that is fine. We also find out that he is leftover, so he's not Scarf. So his only really potential other Scarfer is his what is other Scarfer? It could be Infernape, and obviously I know that's probably not there. It's not Infernape, but it can always be it. So another thing, it could have been, he could have also ran a Focus Sash Infernape. So I'm actually going to stay in with Slowbro on that Cronant, because I was scared he's going to set up a Dragon Dance. I wanted to potentially get a Burn Off, and he actually carries Crunch. Knockoff would have done about 50%. I don't really need Slowbro too much for this match, but it's nice to have, and he actually predicts a switch, so I'm going to have to sack something off. He gets a Defiant Boost, and that really sucked. That was a really good play, Moxie, by the way. Predicting my Scrafty to come in and getting that Defiant Boost, forced me to sack something off. and he actually now have return on this one. He actually told me after the match, so Zapdos actually completely walled him. I did not know that. I didn't want to get hit by a return because Zapdos is much more important to me than Ip's dad, and unfortunately Ip's dad is gonna have to go down. I don't think he's gonna come back next week. I think if we have another match after this, I think Alzheimer's is gonna have to come back because Ip's dad is just shit. It's just shit, man. But we're gonna go for the rocks right here. He's gonna get a Draco Meteor off. It does not matter too much to me. He also drops in the special attack, so I actually just go for another Thunder Wave. We did get a Thunder Wave off on that Mega Latios earlier in the match, which is really, really good for us. And we get another one off on his Ferrothorn. It was pretty obvious switch, and I just decided to go for the Thunder Wave. Now I'm going to straight up switch out into my Zapdos, and I'm going to go for the Heat Wave. It was my best play. I think he predicted me to go for the Volt Switch, but there's no reason for me not to fire off a Heat Wave because nothing wanted to switch in on it. The only thing that really wanted to switch on it was maybe this Mega Latios, which I have a freaking Chansey for, as well as the Crawdon, but I have Volt Switch. So I'm actually going to get the Defog off right away. Because even though I just got my rocks up, I feel like it's really easy for me to get them up again, and it's not easy for him to get it up again. I don't want rocks on my side of the field because I need Zapdos as a good amount of health to wall that Braviary, and he's going to switch out into that thing, and he's going to end up sacking off his Ferrothorn. Right here, I kind of had a bluff. I had a bluff that my Mamoswine is either like Focus Sash or either, what is it? Either Life Orb, because Life Orb would have actually two-shotted that Aromatisse with Earthquake, but he actually he just switches out into Ferrothorn. He sacked it off. He's gonna go on to Krusty Krab. My Scrafty walls that thing, and he goes right here. So I actually wish I kept Poison Jab, because if I had Poison Jab, I would go for Poison Jab and two-shot this thing right here, which really, really sucks. I'd have gone Poison, but it would have been worth it to get rid of this thing, because I don't have anything for this Aromatisse. I did not prepare it that well for it. I did not really think he was going to bring it, but I'm going to get my rocks again as he does go for the Protect, so that was a pretty big play, and I'm going to switch out, and I'm going to go back into this thing, and unfortunately he's able to get that Moonblast off, and that kind of sucks. I didn't think he was going for Moonblast right there. I thought he was going to go for Heal Bell at that point, or a Wish or something. So he's now going to switch on a Crawdon as I do go for the Thunder Wave, so that is fantastic. And right over here, I expect him not to have knockoff because he went for Crunch earlier, so I'm going to softball up because I know Crunch is only going to do about 50%, but he actually has knockoff. I was going to softball up until he gets fully paralyzed, and I was going to go for the Seismic Toss and take him out. My best play probably was just going for Seismic Toss. I thought he was going to have a setup move as his last move. He's going to have Aqua Jet, Waterfall or something, and Crunch and a setup move, because I thought I learned from last time that that would have been really helpful, but he actually does not. I'm going to go on a Zapdos right here, and I kind of have to play around this thing. I don't want to set up with Superior yet or even allow it to get weakened, just to be safe. I want to make sure that Infernape isn't scarfed. I'm really playing it safe right now. I'm going to go on my Chansey. It really is not that big of a deal. I'm going to softball up, and right here, I think I just go for a couple of Seismic Tosses, or I actually get the Thunder Wave off in a bit. Actually, I switch out right here. Okay, I go back out in a Kaminari. I'm not sure exactly. I was just trying to... I don't remember exactly what I was trying to do. I'm just... I'm with Zapdos, and I think I go for the Volt Switch right here. I'm trying to play around this thing so I can get Chansey in for free. Like maybe if he goes for a Moonblast, like that. That's what I was trying to get right here without him going for the Toxic straight away. And right here he's gonna go out into this thing as I go for the Thunder Wave. I'm gonna be able to Seismic Toss up, and he actually goes for another Draco Meteor, which is fantastic for me because I don't have the Eviolite, so Psyshock would have been doing quite a bit. Now he's at -2, so I can kind of wreck this thing. Even if he goes for the Psyshock, it's not going to be doing too much because he is at -2, and out comes the Braviary, and I think I just go for the Softball right here. If I went for Thunder Wave, that would have been amazing, but I'm actually going to go for Thunder Wave this turn because I know I can live one Brave Bird even without the Eviolite, but he's actually going to go for the U-turn. I would have been able to live one and gone for a Thunder Wave, so that's why I did that. And with that U-turn damage, I'm actually not going to be able to live it. So if he comes in with Braviary right here, I would be forced to switch out to Zapdos, as he actually brings this thing out. Now his Mega Latios is gone, as well as his Ferrothorn, as well as what is his last Pokemon? I can't remember. There's something else that was gone that I needed gone. Scrafty has no purpose for me now that those things are gone. It was mostly meant to wall those things, and I'm able to go for the fake out, and he's at -1 defense, so I can now bring in Anaconda and go for the Dragon Pulse. At this point, I pretty much can end the game with Anaconda right here. He's gonna go on to Tissues, and he actually forgot that he was at -1. He told me in the chat after this, and he thought that I was Specs, because if he wasn't at -1, the only way I would have taken him out right there is if I was Specs. And he forgot he was at -1, so he thought I was locked into it, and he was going to go for the Toxic, thinking to get a Toxic off on something else, when I went for the Substitute, and I'm going to be able to take him out with the following Leaf Storm, and it's just 2 Dragon Pulses away from me winning the match. So Superior really did well against his team. He had nothing to outspeed it. It did really, really well, and I'm really, really happy about it. So that is fantastic. Anaconda, you did amazing. Ip's dad, though, you just failed me. You went down first. It was just bad. Okay, I can't allow Ip's dad to come back. Alzheimer's is where it's at, man. Alzheimer's is where it's at. But we just won round 2 of the MPL playoffs for season 1. So that means we're going to be proceeding on to the finals with this team. To be honest, I don't really like my team, and I'm kind of shocked that I was able to make it so far. We're going to be battling against the winner of the other playoff match that is happening this week, which is against Jordy and Trip. So we're going to be battling either one of them, and it's gonna be really scary. Both of them are really, really scary opponents, and whoever wins that game is going to be the champion of the MPL. So I hope to see you guys next week. It's going to be a big battle, guys. I hope to see you guys, and remember, Phoenix and Floors all the way. # Phoenix and Floors. Let's go, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.